complied with the statute, it would certainly include the students, because they're our primary stakeholder
here. So you're talking about building a process to move forward with these changes that would include students. How do you envision that process going from here? Is it just a process between administration and ASPSU, or is there a way for other students who feel vested in this issue to plug in and begin participating in the process?
So I don't know what this looks like. This is something that is that we're proposing for the first time here. The statute's only existed since 2011. I don't know what this will look like. I don't know what consensus will look like. I don't know how we'll get there. I just want to have this discussion, but I want it to be framed properly, and I want it to include student voices about what do we want law enforcement on our campus to look like.
Where is the university at currently in discussing and developing this? Is it at the point where it says, yes, we want to redevelop campus safety and security, and we're going through and going to revolutionize this no matter what, we're just trying to decide how? Or is the topic of it happening open to discussion?
So these discussions, the earliest record I can find is in 1976, where I found a paper where they talked about the current model of campus law enforcement is not adequate, and they came up with some proposals. And people have said that what we're doing here is not adequate continuously since then. Most recently, there was a consultant that was hired that identified some shortcomings in what we're doing, and as part of that process, I was brought in here, and I didn't have a dog in this fight. I came in here and looked at what we were doing, and it made it, for me, an issue that I think we really need to move forward on. And I think it can be either driven by a disaster, or it can be driven by thoughtful discussion. And I'm hoping it gets driven by thoughtful discussion.
We have one more question in the back before we move to the next. Any more questions?
It's kind of going back to the first question. I'm curious how this would be better than just having Portland Police Department have a division devoted just to the campus.
That is certainly one of the options. Is you could contract with. My belief is that there are three options. One is to continue with what we're doing now. The second one is to contract with an outside provider. That could be Portland Police Bureau, the Oregon State Police, which is what OSU does. Oregon State Police says they don't want to have any part of this. And then the third option